Right there, gang. Let's start off with a tiny apology. I said this video would be yesterday. Instead, it's today. Two things. I blame Habib and Conor McGregor for fighting at 6 in the morning, and I also blame Liverpool and Manchester City for being scheduled to play at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm a flawed human being. I'm sorry. But let's not distract ourselves from the fact that today's episode is 2 Premier League matches. West Ham, Manchester City. Exciting times. And I still need to sort out the lighting in this room. If you missed last episode, it's worth going back and having a watch. The spoilers are on the screen. But a 3-2 defeat to Atletico Madrid. I want to know, do you think I was FM'd? Do you think it was harsh? Oh dear, I'm disappointed. I'll put it that way. The Europa League to come though. I'm hoping that the draw for that is part of today's episode. It might be. I'm not sure. And in terms of the league fixtures then, we sit a point just behind Chelsea with Manchester City. A few points off us at the moment, but level with Manchester United. The title race is still very much on. And if I'm going to finish this season or this series with some excitable sort of success, I'd quite like to win this. But as you've seen in the Champions League, it doesn't always work out like that. So join me. And the chances of me doing an update on what happens next season, they increase a little bit. For those that want to see sort of what happens next with Thames, there's a chance I'm going to stream it on my Twitch channel. So if you want to follow that, twitch.tv/DrBenji. After this series has ended, then I may well be streaming over there and then updating you on YouTube as well. So there's a bit of both. That kind of depends, though, on when this series finishes. I don't know. Right then, team-wise for this big game against Manchester City is going to be our strongest possible 11, ordinarily in my own head. Calvo will be in goal then, Furtado, Giovanni, Insigne, and Diallo. Insigne's going to come in for Eriksen, who I think in recent times has been a little bit underwhelming, so he's going to drop out for a little bit. I've sort of perused at his average rating there, and it says it's really good, but I think error-wise he's been quite error-prone, so I'm prepared to be proven wrong. I'm going with Insigne. I'm going with what I want to do. Hello in the centre with Jimenez, Ferreira behind Ben-Hur, and Mackay and Obranic either side. I just feel like sometimes we're getting caught positionally, and I'm going to change it round. And if I'm wrong, he'll be playing against West Ham, won't he? I mean, cue the Insigne mistake. I mean, cut to it now. Oh, now you don't know if there's going to be one or not because I didn't cut to anything. All right, pass it to the defence. Get out there and do the biz. Now, this is a big game. Obviously, after our recent form, I should probably just recap that, actually. Our recent form is dreadful. 3 draws and a defeat. It's not good. And this season, when you compare it to the sort of the joys of last year when we went through that spell of results, it's very much like we didn't end last season very well either. So maybe it's a bit of hangover from that. But here we go then. Thames versus Manchester City. They're wearing a sort of a burgundy ensemble. Very nice. I've got too many match stats. Of course, by all means, keep an eye on the Chelsea result. They play West Ham as, oh dear God. Okay, that's potentially the worst injury we could get to our most creative midfielders. That's not good. What is it? It's a potential head injury. That makes me less nervous about long-term repercussions. Adam Eriksen, ironically, didn't start the game. He's actually going to come in and play. This is a weird twist. Right, he's going to play in the centre as a ball-winning midfielder on support next to Jimenez, who's going to play defensively as well. It might work out. This might be his new position. After being dropped at centre-back, he's now come in anyway. All right, let's see how City do. They've been a force, it's fair to say, in recent times in the Premier League. So it's a fearful game, this, to see what happens as Walker drives forward. He's got a little bit of an injury, but he still finds a way to cross the ball in. Calvo makes a save. The first chance of the game is dealt with. I've actually got a couple of players who are suffering, as well as players not with massive amounts of fitness or conditioning. Could be good for us, I guess. It'll force changes, and even then one of their players is injured. I mean, when you look at that, you've got to start to think that maybe this is a game that we should be trying to take by the scruff of the neck a little bit. We've started off attacking. 33 minutes in, we've not seen too much. So we'll drop back to a more standard approach as the ball's gone in and headed over by City, who so far have had the best of things. As Chelsea take the lead at West Ham as well. West Ham not having a very good season this year comparably to last year. Certainly not in the top 4, whereas we're maintaining that. As the corner to Ferreira at the end of this half. Out to Jimenez, whose shot is, we'll describe it as wild, I think, as Bergstaller now brings it forward, and we have to have our wits about us. 2 players at the back post. One's not really been marked as he beats the first. Walker looked offside to me, and I think it's going to be given. It is. Walker scores, but no, offside. Sorry, John. Sorry, John. Not today, John. Sorry, John. I don't know why I have to shout when it's John. All right, quite an even game. We're having slightly more possession, slightly more chances, but as I say, very, very even so far. I'm going to say we're not doing badly at all. If we work hard, we'll win this. The problem is we're not really creating enough. Is there something we can maybe do to change that? I'm going to try and exploit the middle a little more. I want Ferreira involved as much as possible. I'm tempted to make him more playmakery as well, so that's what we'll do. All right, will we see it? Second half now. City, I mean, these are always big games. And as City start the freshest, and Insigne there, great defending and justifying my decision to play him. I'm now pleased, actually, that we had Eriksen on the bench that we could bring in to play in the midfield. He's on a booking, though, which might be a bit nervy. As West Ham equalise against Chelsea, United are winning their game, but this is a chance for us now to win the game and potentially go top of the table, creating a much more separation between ourselves and City as well, which would be huge. As the time is, well, there's 15 minutes left, and I might do something bold here. Ben Hur's having a shocker. Herzog's going to come on. I'm going to play these two in this position. We've done it before. Ferreira's going to be more attacking as well. We've got the shield behind as well. We'll see. Let's see. We've scored. We've pigging scored. Oh, God, what? Mackay scored. Oh, what a goal, apparently. I'm still going to make the changes. Oh, for heaven's sake, this is classic Dr. Benji effort. Mackay, it was just a free kick. Oh, my God, I've missed that. I missed that. Who saw that coming? I mean, I'll tell you who didn't. This guy. 81 minutes gone. I've now changed it anyway because I feel like we're probably going to be better in this system. Ben Hur had done very little in the game, wasn't even having a good game, and Herzog and Ferreira have proven before that those two, when they combine, are dangerous. As a text's come in, probably to say you just scored, Ben. Have you seen it? I've missed it, I'm afraid. As Bergstaller races through on goal to level things up. Calvo with a massive save, and we're going to go a little bit more counter-attacking now. We've got the lead, so you're going to have to come at us. They're knackered as well, which probably helps. As the time is ticking away, 3 minutes of added time, as that goes as well, and that's surely it. As a 1-0 win over City, and there it is, a massive victory, puts Thames on top of the table. Chelsea have faltered against West Ham United, and that's what you want to see. Thames 1-0. I mean, we missed the goal, so for you it's sort of still 0-0, but a good win, boys. Well done. You've got to be pleased with it. As you now play West Ham, who have just got a great result against Chelsea. Things are hotting up here, viewers. I mean, the disappointment of the Champions League is now sort of being meddled or fixed. Mended is the word, not meddled. Mended by a victory against Manchester City. It's not over yet. Hopefully, in the next few days, we get ourselves a knockout stage draw thing. So let's keep an eye out for that. Haludum's out for 2 to 3 weeks. Concussion, injured after jumping. Not the worst. Not good, but not the worst, you know? As I suspected, we have ourselves the first knockout round draw. Have you just seen the teams in this, by the way? I got knocked out of the Champions League. You wouldn't piggin' know it. AC Milan, Arsenal, Monaco, Barcelona, Bayern Munich. Who else? Manchester United, Real Madrid. I mean, was I knocked out? Red Bull are there. Benfica are there. Shakhtar. What? Celtic and Rangers? I mean, this is ridiculous. There's so many good teams left in the Europa League. Right, well, let's go through then and just hope to avoid one of the big dogs. So far, there's 8 teams there I would quite like to have played. This is terrifying. Bayern PSV, I feel for them. Any side that gets a big team here, Lokomotiv Moscow, Celtic Wolfsburg, this is horrifying. Shakhtar, Galatasaray, Real Madrid, STV from Belgium, I believe they are, play Barcelona. Thames, okay, so it's AC Milan, Bordeaux, Lazio, Benfica, Anderlecht, Salzburg, or Salzburg, or Salzburg? Yeah, and Rangers, one of those. Okay, here we go. And boom, it is Lazio, okay, not the biggest and best there, so not too bad. But some of the teams left in this, unreal. Lazio are currently 8th in Serie A after finishing 7th last year, so that gives me a little bit of happiness. Have you ever seen it? Like, genuinely, have you ever seen the Europa League as stacked as this? That is mad. Like, in recent years, Stuttgart, Sunderland, Anderlecht, it's going to be a big name winning it this year. Real Madrid and Barcelona are in it, so as are Bayern Munich and Manchester United. Okay. Alright then, after what feels like a lifetime, being in 2039 takes longer than normal. But here we are then, West Ham, London Stadium, a team that, you'd know this, but past meetings, they've had the best of us. It's fair. I mean, is that confirmed? It is confirmed. Wow, by some distance. So they've won 3, whereas we've lost 3. That's how football tends to work. And you can see in recent time, we have not beat them we've not beaten for ages. One of our wins against them, I now realise, was a friendly 9 years ago. I'm not sure it's relevant to now. And team-wise, of course, a little change is going to have to be made. I'm going to potentially come back to Thorben Dorfer, who played a little bit for me at the very start of the season. He's a creative mind in there. Not defensively that capable though, so what I'm going to do is change these 2 boys around and make him a deep line playmaker but in a support duty. Having 2 of them is a bit of a risk, but both ball players, I think it might just work out. If not, we'll change things around. Maybe Ericsson comes back in, did really well against City. For now, behind Ben Hur, who needs to find some goals. It's been alright recently, you'll see here. It's been okay, scored goals here and there, but against City was largely underwhelming, so we need a better performance from him and we should be alright. So here we go then, West Ham. Can we get our record a little bit better before the end of the season? Or the series? Apologies, everyone. All right, then, the games do begin, and West Ham have borrowed the kit of Manchester City. No, it's very similar to the City kit is what I'm getting at. But, of course, West Ham wearing their traditional kit, Thames in their traditional colours as well, and we'll see, we're starting attacking against them, and as they've not been as good this year, it might not be too bad. Of course, without winning at City, top of the table now, can we hold on to that spot? The first highlight is lasting longer than it normally does. Oh, good grief. Okay, Lugo into this chap here. He's going to play it across, is he? It's a good start, viewers. Welcome. Well, that is annoying. Diallo's cocked up. People have been calling for Pierre to start more games because, much like Altidal, he performs above his attribute levels. But I mean, that's not a good way to start. One mistake out wide early in the game, and we're already on the back foot. If we can get a quick equaliser though, back on level terms, that'd be perfect. Diallo now trying to make amends. He's a left back. He's playing in the defensive midfield role. It's Mackay with a shot. Is it in? It is in. Minutes later, we're back on level terms. Let's pretend none of that happened. 0-0. Carry on. Mackay scored in the last game. He scored again. Free kick now over the bar for West Ham. All of a sudden, we have to care far less about what other teams are doing and just focus on winning football matches, which I think I definitely prefer. I just don't think the squad is in a weird place right now. I bought in a very expensive defender, and defensively, we don't look that good, which isn't ideal. And at the moment, West Ham running through us as another shot blazes wide. All right, just about 10 minutes gone, and Obranic plays a ball in towards Ben-Hur, doesn't reach where it's supposed to go. I'd much rather Obranic try and beat his man, get to the byline a little more, and find a way through. He's pretty quick. He's got good crossing. I trust him from those wider positions as West Ham just keeps shooting. With Obranic, actually, we are going to change that. I want him to get down there. Cross from the byline. Hopefully it'll encourage him now to beat a player or so. Because at the moment he's trying these lofty balls into the middle that aren't doing anything really. West Ham again, who despite scoring very early, haven't threatened the goal all too much. They've had lots of shots, but they've not been overly threatening. As Lugo, I mean, I'm setting up there, aren't I? I've literally set it up for them. Oh, they've missed again. Did we go a little bit more reserved? I think we should. I think we're already controlling the game, so let's play a controlled style. Oh no. Oh no, has he fouled him? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I already know what's going to happen. There it is. There it is. What do you do? Do you sacrifice Ben-Hur? Do you take Ferreira off? Oh heavens. I mean, Eriksen's going to come in, obviously. What do you do? Who do you take off in this situation? Thorbendorfer and just sort of hope that Jimenez can lock it down? I think that's our best bet, actually. We don't really have a massive plan B here. I'm going to see how this works for a short amount of time, and we'll kind of just see. I do worry he's going to be overrun in the middle, but then again, they've not been overly threatening with their shots from distance, as they've nearly scored from a shot from distance. We've scored 2 goals today, and one of them I missed. That was annoying. Ball played to the edge of the box. West Ham not finished yet. Oh, it's a corner. Everyone relax. It's fine. It's missed again. They've had loads of chances. See that there? Look, we don't look overly threatened in the centre. Jimenez has got this locked down. He's got one man to mark as he goes with him. Lugo, though, I mean, what are they doing? All they're doing is running and shooting. To say they've got a shoot-on-sight policy is an understatement. Right, we're down to 10 men. I've got to think about a way to make this more sustainable. I've got a plan. This is a bit outrageous. I'm not doing bad at all. Keep working hard. And that has gone all right, but only for a short time. So now what we're going to do, 2 up front, and then, curiously, this is going to look mad. Ferreira's going to come off. I'm going to go 2 up top, and we're going to play this system. So I've got some cover in wider areas. Equally, Jimenez is sat in the centre, and I've got 2 players up front who will hopefully support centre forwards. We'll come back and track a little bit. Just a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. So Jimenez has got quite the job here to deal with essentially 4 players, but just help in forward and attacking movements. We've got 2 strikers now who are hopefully going to track back a touch, get involved, hopefully link up, play a little more, and then 2 wingers to stop crosses just pounding into the middle. Pounding into the middle. And so far, I mean, it's looking okay. We've got a throw in, actually, which, I mean, that was quite funny. Jimenez has got it now, though, in this deeper area, and it's whether Ben-Hur, Obranic, Mackay, and Miquelino can do the business as Jimenez now. He's got it. He's got loads of time. He's got no one to pass to, bless him. He's looking for... Where's he gone? I've taken him off. That's what's happened. Obranic now on this right-hand side as he runs towards the byline, which I've instructed him to do. Not in the centre, though, so that's foolish. As Ben-Hur decided to stop the ball and then just let them have it, which is not optimal for a striker, as, I mean, Giovanni does okay, but they get it straight back and wide. I'll take a point. I'll walk away with a point here and be happy. United have leapfrogged us, as of Chelsea. Okay, we need to win. Come on. We're going to go to the counter-attack as well. We're going to, I mean, sitting back and allowing them to have the ball is maybe dangerous, but equally, I don't think we can control this at all. I think playing standard is a bit risky too. We'll just see. They've got a chance, and, well, he's offside again, so that's good. I say again, I'm referring to the previous game. I'll take a point. We've had 10 men pretty much all game. I'll say for a good hour anyway. One last chance, maybe? One last gasp chance? No, it looks like that's going to be that. And that's not the worst thing. I mean, to go to 10 men and for West Ham not to score again after the first minute, not so bad. 60% possession with 10 men, a bit embarrassing, West Ham, if I'm honest. Unlucky boys, wasn't our day, and Insigne proved that he was the right selection by getting sent off. So shout out to him. Did well against Manchester City though, so note that down. As if you're sitting there with a pad going, should have made more substitutions. Insigne needed to... he played well against City. I'll just make a note of that. Probably not. That's going to bring us to the end then. Of course, we now know we've got Lazio. And because of the nature of this save, you've seen me challenge for titles before. We're going to move ahead a lot. Expect the Manchester United game to be next. Actually, that's February, Ben, and we're in... that is a long time. But I'm going to say that anyway, actually. January is going to be quiet. We've got a little bit of money in the bank now. We've got not a lot of transfer budget. If there's sales, I'll let you know. If anything occurs in the January, then I'll come back and we'll talk about it. But the chances are, the end of the January window, Liverpool and Manchester United, we play both of them in 3 days. That's probably the time to return. So if you're looking forward to that, do drop a like. Want to see more, subscribe to the channel. Lots to play through, so I'll get on with that. And we'll love it care for me. That's been until next time. I'll see you again soon. Goodbye. Look at those fixtures. Easy-ish. So expect loads of draws.